How's it going, buddy? Hey everyone. First of all, sorry I've been away from YouTube for a little while. I'll explain that a little later. Right now I'm on the Continental Divide Trail, heading north up this way here. Just about to punch through Treeline, so I'm finally getting some views to share with you. Right here we've got James Peak, and there'll be some lakes in the basin there below it coming into view. Still plenty of snow up here, and as you can see, some threatening looking clouds. Bit of a long story as to why I'm here. I've got the I don't know if that'll show. I've got my backpack all loaded down with all my overnight gear. I was planning to go camping down below some mountains here to the south, but on the drive up it was already like 11 and I was hearing thunder. So I was going to be hiking above Treeline and camping above Treeline at this spot, so didn't seem like the wisest choice. So now I'm just trying to salvage what I can out of the trip, and he's having fun at least. I do not know if I'm going to be spending the night up here or if it's just going to turn into a day hike, but since I've been away for a little while, I figured I'd get some video for you in the meantime, and I'll keep you posted as things develop. But as you can see, this up here is the Continental Divide. That mountain, behind that mountain, this up here, and on up to James Peak is the Continental Divide. And the storms are obviously rolling off of that. It kind of provides some orographic lifting. You can kind of brew up the thunderstorms pretty quickly. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully I don't get skunked too bad, and hopefully you guys enjoy coming along for the ride. The scenery at the very least is beautiful, and I haven't been rained on yet. Well, still haven't been rained on, but it is snowing right now. I think the camera will pick that up. But it shouldn't be too long-lived. Looking up through there, like you can see on the far peaks over here, there's sun behind it. So, I mean, there's hardly even any clouds above me, honestly. It's just a little bit of kind of sleet, snow blowing over the divide. But here, down here, I'll get a better view of it, but that's Loch Lomond. And there's a couple more lakes up in the basin above. Yeah, I'm standing in the sunlight and getting snowed on. I guess that's Colorado for you. Well, that's the direction I've been coming from. And as you can see, this is Treeline. Any trees that grow around here just grow really stunted. And there's Loch Lomond below, James Peak. And now it's a nice blue sky over here. Cloudy to the north. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. This is the first video I've done on my iPhone, so you guys have to let me know how it turns out. It should have much better resolution than my other camera I've been using. I also mentioned that, so while I had been away from YouTube for a little while, I had some issues with my video editing software for a while, and then I finally got that fixed up, and then I just kind of was lacking motivation and ideas. But now that I finally got out somewhere pretty, I mean, that's pretty easy to do a video on the lovely early summer Colorado high country. Up here we've already got several kinds of wildflowers coming up. I don't know the names of any of them. I especially like these ones here that these little tiny ones that grow out of the moss. There's some purple ones over here, much more so. Hey buddy. Yeah, these are some of my favorites here, these blue ones. Anyway, seeing as there's no threat of lightning over here, I'm not too worried about being out above Treeline. If something were to come up though, I can just bail down here into the basin. Well, it's time to fill the old water bottle up. Couldn't get much better than this stream coming right out of the snowbank. Oh, that's cold. All right, pretty clear. A little bit of sediment in it, but no problem. I'm not gonna drink this untreated, even though the risk is pretty minimal, considering that, you know, it's coming right out of the snowbank and hardly anybody, if ever, would camp up here. But it's just not really worth the risk. So let me get the camera set up here and I'll show you what I'm gonna do to treat that new piece of gear that I've been playing around with. So this here is my new water filter I've been playing with. This is the Sawyer Mini. And so it's indexed to screw onto any like standard soda bottle. So it can just screw right on our bottle of water there and just drink right from the top. Couldn't be any easier than that. Here we are above Loch Lomond now. So when I first started the video, I was over on this hillside out here in the forest. Came up here and then back over this hilltop. And here are the lakes above I was telling you about. This far one here is Reynolds Lake. This one here is Steuart Lake. Right there, just starting to melt out, is Ohman Lake. And then up there above that, where basically right off the divide where that drains down, is Ice Lake, which you can't see from down here obviously. And yep, these ones down here are just about done icing off. And Loch Lomond has just one last piece, one little iceberg that blew over there towards the dam. Two of these, so Loch Lomond and Reynolds Lake, are reservoirs. They have dams, basically city of Denver, the whole Front Range, just part of the water supply. We'll go down for a closer look. And here we are on the shores of Steuart Lake. Reynolds Lake is just over that way. Oh, guess somebody got a little too hot. It's a beautiful area. And the weather's improved quite a bit. It's looking great. There it goes. The ice here takes on a really strange appearance. Lots of little like melt holes going down through, you can see there. But very pretty. Okay, we'll keep moving. And here we are standing on top of the little dam at Reynolds Lake. Currently they're not really sending any water out of it. You can see there's some old piping and stuff down there, but everything's over here just flowing off the side down this waterfall down to Loch Lomond below. So those mountains in the far distance there, the left is Mount Evans and on the right is Mount Bierstadt. I was originally this morning planning, block the wind for you guys a bit. I was originally planning to camp below Mount Bierstadt. But like I said, on the drive up, I was already hearing thunder off that way. Didn't seem like a good idea to camp above treeline with that conditions. And now you can see over there, it's nice and opened up, and I have clouds coming over the divide. So, well, just is what it is. I had a nice window of sunny weather though, so I can't complain. So what I'm going to do is make a loop out of this whole, you know, debauchery of a day and descend St. Marys Glacier. So I'll show you guys some footage once we get up there. This area here, this flat area tundra I'm in, is called, I don't know, it's called, there's nicknamed Jamaica Flat. But with those clouds coming up behind me, I'm going to put the camera away and just focus on descending a little bit. So we'll be back. Well, welcome to St. Marys Glacier. If you've ever seen a glacier in the Alps or Alaska, the Cascades, Patagonia, any of that. It's pretty embarrassing to call it a glacier. It's really just a giant permanent snowfield, but it does compact into ice and it does creep along and move. And I don't know if I'll see any now, but I've seen pictures in the past of very small crevasses that open up in it. So it barely meets the criteria for what constitutes a glacier. But the nice thing is, compared to some of the other snow I've been hitting, it's nice and consolidated. Not punching through or anything, which is great, because if I was, this would be purely miserable. Well, there you guys go. It's raining pretty good right now. There's St. Marys Lake at the base of the glacier, but I did run onto a little bit of a crevasse there, so it's right at the point where I'm hitting the land, so I won't have to worry about walking out over it, and it supports Jack's weight, so just showing you that's pretty cool. Nothing like you've seen, and if you've watched my Patagonian video on the Perito Moreno Glacier, it's nothing like that, but a glacier nonetheless. Well, just like that, the sun came out and the rain's gone, but only briefly. It's still lingering up there above the glacier, but I wanted to give you another look at the glacier here. Some ski marks on it. Some people have been skiing it lately, and a really pretty sight out here at St. Marys Lake. You even see some trout rising, but I don't have the fly rod today. Well guys, that pretty much does it for that. The rest of the route here is just walking along the road to get back to the car, so sorry it didn't work out. I was hoping to bring you guys along for an overnighter, but just given the weather and moving from one location to the next, it's just not going to happen. I can't camp down here in the trees. Well, right here is private property, so I can't do it, but I don't have my bear hang stuff. I was planning to camp above Treeline, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the scenery and everything. I'll catch you on the next time, and hopefully we'll have more success. Cheers. Not a bad way to end a hike right there.